Hey guys, and welcome to another GBHL Steve hobby vlog. It's going to be a short and sweet hobby vlog. There's a few things that I'm working on that are non-Hobbit specific. I may put things like that in hobby vlogs in the future, but I'm going to try and keep it SBG themed for now. If you'd like to see other stuff, yeah, just let me know and I can put some stuff in. I'm working on a lot of things at the minute. But yeah, on my desk this week, as some of you may have seen on the Facebook, are the final miniatures for my Laketown survivors. This will actually bring, or these ones that are all blue, will bring my Laketown survivor quota over what I need. But I had the minis, so I may as well get them painted rather than leave them in the box unpainted, and I can chop and change for what I use. So for example, if I need extra spearmen, if I change my list slightly, I've got them. If I need extra shield bearers, I've got them. If I need extra axes, I've got them. So yeah, so these are really nice miniatures. There's a few conversions. I'll just show you some of the things that are here. This guy he's got an axe, as you can see. That's modelled on the model. And these are Perry miniatures, as some of you have asked, and they fit in really nicely with the Laketown survivors. There's no particular reason why I've purchased these to be used as Laketown. It's not because I prefer them, it's not anything to do with price, it's nothing like that. It's basically just to give me more variation to the poses that I have in my army, because I just hate repetitiveness in armies. It really is something that I don't like to see on the board. So in my armies, I try and do as many conversions as possible. I have at least one of every original pose, and then I do conversions, and then to the point where if I can get proxies to come in and fit in and change the look of the army, make it look more sort of, what's the word, individual, then I'll do that. Obviously these wouldn't be able to be used at official GW tournaments, so I wouldn't take these, but I do have enough of the official minis to cover that. And if you do decide after watching these vlogs to purchase some of these with a tournament in mind, please check with a tournament organiser that you're allowed to use these as additions or proxies. For a tournament of mine, for instance, I wouldn't mind these as long as they were alongside official minis. I think a full Laketown Survivor army where you don't have any actual official models, I'm not sure how I'd view that, but if it's just to change up the poses, like for the reason that I use them, and they're mixed in with the officials, that'd be fine. But anyway, this is a conversion. This guy had an axe, as you can see, and he was pointing a pistol. So I removed the pistol, done some slight putty work, and made him pointing. So he's going to be a captain, because he's got that kind of commanding look about him. So yeah, so he had a pistol. Let's have a look. This guy was holding a rifle. I basically just snipped the rifle away and used some. I had some spare sprues from my, I think they were, Saga minis with different weapons on. Because as we know, Laketown survivors, they're grabbing weapons from anywhere they can get, and they could be decorative weapons, they could be old rusty weapons. So I don't think it really matters. But this guy has now got an axe, as you can see. Another one here, there we go. He was bending down and had a rifle. Again, snipped the rifle away, changed the bow arm, changed the arm that was held outright, holding the end of the rifle, to have a bow, and I think that looks really cool. I really like that one. And oh yeah, there's one more conversion from this group. I've done a lot of conversions with these, but I think I've covered them in previous videos on Top Table Wargaming. So take a look at that if you're interested. This guy again had a rifle with a bayonet on it, and just snipped it away and replaced it with a spear. So he needs to get a bow as well, because I do kind of like, I have this thing where all my spear wielding minis who are going to be supporting, I like them to have bows. Obviously you can't have them all depending on the bow limit for the army that you're using, but I like to make them dual purpose. I feel like I'm saving points by doing that. So as you're moving forward or anything like that, they can shoot over the shoulder of the front line, and they can also support. It's a really good idea to use, or when I used it, the first time I used my Laketown Survivor army, we had Laketown survivors at the front with shields, and they were backed up by Mirkwood elves with the glaives because they can be used to support, they can be used for multiple uses. And what you're doing there is you're getting the fight value from the elf. The elves already had bows also, so they were able to shoot strength 3 bows. So I was getting a cheap front line, defense 6, defense 5, cheap front line of shield bearers with strength 3 bows and the fight value 5 from the elves. So it was really effective and worked really well. It's something that I really want to go back to and master, because I didn't use it that often, but when I did use it, it done quite well. I was really happy with how it worked. So yeah, I want to get a bit more practice with that. So you may see that coming back out at a tournament soon. Sticking on the Laketown theme, I've already got a bard, well 2 bards painted up. One was a conversion that I'd done, which I can't remember if I've shown that before. And the other one is the new bard in the blue jacket. This is the original bard, which the pose is fine. There's nothing wrong with the pose whatsoever. It was just the face that I really disliked. The fine cast, you get that shrinkage, and he had a very sort of gaunt face. So I changed the face. I've done some green stuff work, filled the face out a little bit. I've just started painting the skin on this, so I'm going to get that finished. So I've got all the bard poses. I really hope they release that on that pose of bard that they never released, that's in the Hobbit rulebook. Really love that pose. Prefer that pose to this one. I suppose they released this one because it's a little bit more dynamic, but I'd really like to see that unreleased pose. So that's bard. Staying on again the Laketown theme, I thought, well, whilst I'm doing them, I might as well finish them. Got a couple of heroes, so I've undercoated my captain, which I don't think I'll actually use this, because I've converted one of these guys to have no helmet and have kind of look like is it Braga? I always forget his name, the captain character from the movies. And the master started painting this guy, just getting some colours on his coat, jacket, whatever you want to call it. So I had to use a wet palette on this. Not sure how good it's showing up on camera, but I'm really happy with how the blends are working with the purple. Wasn't overly keen about painting purple, but yeah, I'm quite happy with how that's come out. I think it looks a lot better in person than it does on camera. I'm not sure. Hope it comes out alright and you can see. Getting a lot of reflection off the light, so I think that's affecting it. I'm going to dull that down with a matte coat once it's all finished. So yeah, so that's the master. Moving on from Laketown, I've done a couple of these guys before. There's a lot of people sort of being sick in the hats at the minute looking at this again. It's the Goblin King to be used in a Harrod army, so he's kind of made up with the garb of the Abercorn Guards. Looks really cool. I really like this conversion. This is the third or the fourth. I kept one for myself. I think I've done 2 others, and this is the 3rd one that I'm doing for somebody else. So I've got that to do. He's pretty much almost finished. Just a few more little details that I need to do. And lastly is some more commission work for members of our lovely community. Is some Rangers of the North mounted. As you can see, I've started to just do some base work for these horses. These horses are really nice, and I think they're going to suit Rangers of the North really well, because there's a lot of bedding sacks and cloths and equipment on the horse, which I think Rangers of the North would have, because they're like travellers, aren't they? So I really like them horses. I'm just starting to put base work on for the legs, and then it's going to basically just be a waist swap for the top. So yeah, so that's those. I've picked a few of them up for myself as well, because I'm really happy with them. I never knew about these. It was the customer who mentioned about these, and when I seen them, I thought, yeah, I'm not overly keen on the tails. I think the tails are well kept. I think a horse, what you're riding around in the wild, would have a much more unkept tail. So I might change the tails. Maybe, I don't know how much difference that's going to make. Noticeable difference, should I say. So I've got 2 of them to do. There's a couple of other bits that I'm in the middle of doing, which I can't really talk about. It's not top secret, but it's something that it wouldn't be fair for me to reveal. So yeah, so that's this week. So I hope you like this hobby vlog. I don't think there's as much really going on and as much finished for you to see as the previous ones. But yeah, I'll keep them coming as best I can. I'll try and do at least one a week. And yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if there's any other proxies that you use for Laketown, or any other ideas of proxies that you can use for different factions. I'm always interested in things like that. I'm a collector of models. Obviously GW's at the forefront of that. Love GW's models, love this game. But overall, you know, I'm a fan of modelling, of models and things that will fit in with the theme of Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit. I'm all for. Just for my personal collection, if nothing else. So yeah, so let me know what you guys are using for different purposes. That'd be really interesting, and I will see you in the next hobby vlog. So comment, like, share and subscribe. Support your hosts in the links below. Support your Hobbit hobby. Follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. Happy strategy battle gaming.